Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
And another front in Europe's future world relationships was in play today as the EU's top diplomat, Federica Mogherini, went to Washington to meet the Trump administration. Potentially tricky talks with the new president's support for the European Union in doubt. Our international editor, Lindsay Hilsum, is in Washington. Lindsay.
Jackie, President Trump has been quite clear that he's in favour of Brexit, so it makes it rather difficult for Federica Mogherini, who today was here meeting Rex Tillerson, the new Secretary of State. Now, they will be trying to smooth over the cracks which have been created by the President's view. We can't say yet that it's a policy, because what the President is saying is that he doesn't like the euro, he thinks that Germany is too dominant in the European Union, and he doesn't like the regulation. And the reason he doesn't like the regulation, he has said in the past, is because he blames EU regulations for preventing him from building a wall around his golf course at Doonbeg in Ireland. Now, I've been here for a few weeks now talking to supporters of President Trump. They say they like him because he's not a politician, he's a businessman. But there are problems when your experience as a businessman, not liking the EU regulations because of the sand dunes around your golf course in Ireland, feed into a bigger policy. And that's the kind of stuff that President Trump is finding all the time. And we've seen it in the last 2 days when he's been out defending his daughter Ivanka's branded clothing line.
My work is mission-oriented, mind-expanding, all-consuming.
And so difficult to combine with being first daughter. Ivanka Trump has no official role, but is often at her father's side.
This is a sample of some of our collections.
Now, her business interests have triggered a conflict of interest row. Anti-Trump protesters are encouraging women to boycott her clothing. When Nordstrom said it had dropped the line for pure business reasons because it was no longer selling, the first father took to Twitter.
My daughter Ivanka has been treated so unfairly by Nordstrom. She is a great person, always pushing me to do the right thing. Terrible.
Today, President Trump was signing more executive orders. He's exempt from conflict of interest rules, unlike White House staff, who are barred from endorsing products that may benefit themselves, friends or relatives.
Thank you all very much.
So listen to the president's senior counselor this morning on Ivanka Trump's clothing line.
This is just, it's a wonderful line. I own some of it. I'm going to give a free commercial here. Go buy it today, everybody. You can find it online.
It certainly is unprecedented. We haven't had other people that have moved into the White House and treat it as some kind of sales network in which they can, endorse and pawn off products. I mean, and that's in essence what they're trying to do. Even with Donald's tweet yesterday, it was essence saying, my daughter has been wronged and her business is suffering from this. And it was an endorsement of not only her business, but it was also a criticism of Nordstrom.
The first son, now in charge of the Trump business empire, supposedly taken entirely out of the father's hands, tweeted a link to a story today saying women across the land were cutting up Nordstrom cards after the political decision to drop his sister's brand. The defense of presidential daughters is nothing new. Harry S. Truman, president in the 1950s, once said that a journalist who criticized his daughter Margaret's singing would need a new nose if he ever met him. A threat that seems almost decorous by today's standards. The row comes just after First Lady Melania Trump filed a lawsuit against the British newspaper website for making allegations that she claims led to her brand losing significant value when she had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and could have garnered multi-million-dollar business relationships. The Trump White House is starting to look just a little bit tacky.
Lindsay Hilsum.